All right, beautiful people. So today we are going to explore what it's like to launch a kayak from the Langley Marina in Langley, Washington on Whidbey Island. So it's actually a great spot, and I'll show you guys all the ins and outs, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you at the end. All right, see you at the end of the video. So this is the Langley Waterfront, and there are a number of hotels down here, as well as the kayak rental place. Now what that does is it means that parking isn't always going to be easy. And so if you come down here, you might struggle to find some place to park. So we are here at the Phil Simon Memorial Park in Langley, Washington. In terms of amenities, there's some picnic tables, there's a barbecue if you bring your own charcoal, and there's also a place to rent kayaks right over there. There are public bathrooms over there, and they aren't too far from the water, as well as the dock and the beach. One great resource down here at the Langley Marina is Whidbey Kayaking. They rent both single and tandem kayaks. They have reasonable rates, and they have fantastic classes where you can learn how to paddle. While parking may look generous, given all the businesses here, it can get quite tight. This is one of the more reliable places to get out on the water because it's sheltered. You've got a sheltered area, you've got an open area, you've got a lot of beach that you can go up along, and you can also go out across the water if you are feeling more daring. Now, if you want to do some closer play, you can actually play around in this protected area here. It is a bit better at high tide, but you can come in here along the edge and underneath this dock. You can also pass under the dock over there. You can pass under the dock over there. And you can play around with the old decommissioned ferry. So this is actually one of my favorite places to play at the Langley Marina. Now I'm actually using completely the wrong paddle, as you can see. A Greenland paddle, in my case, is just way too long, and it's just way too wide for squeezing through such a narrow gap. That said, I love to come under here. You can look down and see all of the piers and pylons that the dock is built on. You can see starfish and all sorts of other cool wildlife. One of the great things about kayaking off of the Langley Marina is you're right down the hill from Langley, which is a really nice town with lots of fun things to do. All right, everybody. So, Langley Marina. Let's go ahead and give it some scores. So, I'm going to rate it on a score of 0 to 4 based on several different categories, and then I'll give it an overall rating out of 32 points. So, for parking, this is pretty much the only place where the Langley Marina kind of falls down a little bit. And the reason is that with the kayak rental place and the hotels and inns that are right there around the marina, as well as the marina, parking can sometimes be a difficulty, especially during the summer. So for parking, it gets 2 out of 4 points. Load in and load out. How hard is it to get your boat out on the water without damaging it? There it's going to get a 3 out of 4, and this also kind of comes down to the parking. Because it is also a boat launch, you're kind of dodging people dropping off boats and getting boats out into the water, which is kind of a ding. And so you end up taking your boat off of your vehicle in the parking lot, which is gravel. And so you can kind of damage your boat doing that. And also because parking is hard, it can sometimes be hard to position your car or vehicle so that you can get the boat off of your vehicle easily. That said, the beach is really soft. And with the boat ramp getting you so close to the water, and the sand not being something that you sink into, the sand is firm enough that you don't sink in. It's easy once you get your kayak down off of your vehicle. So it's getting 3 out of 4 points. For reliability, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 4 points. And that is because it has that nice sheltered area and you can kind of stay in close to the beach and avoid a lot of the wind and the waves. Also, realistically, you can get out on the water pretty much any time there. I've gone out there all different times and never had a problem getting out on the water. And I think the existence of a kayak rental facility right there kind of suggests that it's a pretty reliable place to get out on the water. So it's getting 4 out of 4 points for reliability. For views, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 4 points. You've got views of Mount Baker and the Cascades, and on a clear day. And then you can also, if you go down around the southern point, you can see the Clinton Ferry going from Clinton to Mukilteo. And so, you've got a really nice set of views that you can see. Also, if you head up north along the coast, you can see Whidbey Island, and you can kind of see across Holmes Harbor to Greenbank. So there's some pretty neat views. You can also paddle across to Camino Island, which is pretty cool also. So for views, it's getting a 4 out of 4 points. For tide dependency, it is getting a 4 out of 4 points as well. The boat launch gets you really close to the water. The sand is fairly firmly packed. So even at low tide, you can get your boat and walk it out to the water. It's a bit of a hike, but you can do it. So for tide dependency, it's getting 4 out of 4 points. For amenities, it's getting 3 out of 4 points. And realistically, the only amenity that I have not been able to use there is like a hose for hosing off sand, getting sand off your boat, and for cleaning off, cleaning sand off yourself. There is a hose available at the kayak rental facility, and there's probably a hose available for the people docking their boats at the marina. I haven't been able to use it, but I imagine it's there. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3 out of 4 points for amenities. All right, so for location, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 4 points. Being right there in Langley, Langley's a really nice town, and it's got a lot of nice restaurants that are, right there within walking distance. So you've got places like the Prima Bistro, you've got places like Village Pizzeria, and Village Pizzeria, by the way, has a really nice, the bar opens out and you can see out onto the water. It's really gorgeous. Really good to go there for a drink or for some food after you get off the water. There's also a good ice cream place. So it's definitely got great places to eat. Oh, there's a ramen place that's to die for. And then for the overall satisfaction score, I'm going to give Langley Marina a 4 out of 4 points also. I think I could take somebody who'd never been kayaking before out on the water there,
and I know they would have a good time, right? Like, I could take somebody there who was completely green to kayaking, throw them in a boat, take them out on the water, and I know they would have a good time. And I know that, like, we could have a good time afterwards, like go for a drink, get some food, whatever else. So that brings the total score to 28 out of 32 points. Really, the only places where we lost points was for parking, and then we lost a little bit for load in and load out, which was also related to parking, and for the amenities, really because there isn't a place to clean off your boat. All right, so I hope you guys get out on the water, and if you are going to get out on the water, check out Whidbey Kayaking. They're a great resource if you don't have a boat or if you don't want to bring a boat with you when you come to the island. Their prices are really reasonable, and their locations are also really great for getting out of the water.
All right, beautiful people. I want to take a minute to thank you guys for watching the videos. Now, I understand this video may not even be for you. It may not be your cup of tea. At this point in the channel, the channel's growth, a lot of the people who are watching are just watching because they know me personally or because they're friends of mine. But for all of you guys who are watching, here's why it's important that you watch. Because you watching the videos increases the likelihood that someone else is going to see these videos. And that really helps out in terms of both growing the channel and getting the content into the minds of the people who actually would benefit from it. Now, if you are one of those new people who's watching this video because you want to know what it's like to go kayaking on Whidbey Island, if you go kayaking in Langley, two things. One, check out Whidbey Island Kayaking. They are an amazing resource. Their classes are spreading. They're doing lots of different things in terms of classes. And they have locations all throughout the island in some great kayaking spots, which I am going to continue sharing with you guys. And two, check out the local restaurants in Langley. Places like Spy Hop, the Prima Bistro, and Village Pizza. Village Pizza is a great place, got great views of the Sound. Prima Bistro, great restaurant, great food and drink. Spy Hop is a great sports bar. So go for a paddle and then go get a meal with your friends. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video.